Good afternoon, everybody out there in YouTube land. This is CW. Thank you for joining me this afternoon for another video. Today I thought I would try my hand at making char cloth. This will be the first time I ever try making char cloth, so we'll see what happens. We got a little tin here. I didn't really have an Altoids tin, but I got this tin. I think I got it at Cracker Barrel. I've cut some pieces of denim jeans. I found some jeans in the trash can one day. So I thought, well, they don't fit, so I might as well make char cloth out of them. So I've cut them down into strips. Let's see, I think I have 9 here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I got like 9 strips here. And I cut them down to put them down into here into the tin. Well, they really do fit. I think I'm just trying to do all of them at one time, so it's not really wanting to look right. All right, come on. Really just need to get them down in there. So we're gonna set the camp stove on fire there, and then we're gonna put the tin with the char cloths on top of it. It's gonna burn for a little while, probably about 10-15 minutes. Probably a bunch of smoke and some fire might come. I stuck a little hole in the top of it. There's some little holes back in the back that probably give some ventilation, but I went ahead and made one hole in the top of it. So it'll have some ventilation, and then towards the end it'll start having fire come out of there, and then after the fire goes out, you're supposed to be ready and be able to take it off the fire. And then you'll have char cloth. So that's what we're gonna do. So first thing we're gonna do right now is put a little tinder. I put some sticks down into the stove already. So we'll get a piece of tinder and put down in there, and then we'll strike it with the ferro rod, we hope, and get a fire started. I don't know. I don't really like these little tinders too much. They burn up real quick, and sometimes it doesn't really give you time to get some twigs on there and get a fire started. So we're just gonna set that one down in there. We may fluff up the ends of it a little bit just so it'll catch that spark a little better. But I don't think I really want to break it apart too much, because then it burns up like real quick the last couple times I've used them. Alright. Alright. Let's see if we can get this done in a timely fashion. Oh, there we go. First try. It started on the first try, I think. Let's get some sticks and put down on top of it. Alright, you see that smoke coming out? Where there's smoke, there's fire. I mean, I got some pieces of mesquite already in there that I batoned the other day with this little machete type tool that I got from the Bespoke box. Maybe I'll put a link to that video at the end of this one. It batoned up some mesquite pretty good. I was surprised. obviously. All right, we'll let that get going pretty good and we'll come right back. When it gets going good, we'll be back. All right, we've got it going pretty good now, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the top on it and put the tin on the top. Yow, that's hot. Probably should have put on some protective gloves and goggles. All right, so we'll let that sit for hopefully about 15 minutes. We'll have to keep feeding the fire and make sure it stays lit and stays hot until that cloth inside of it starts to burn and starts to char and starts to turn into charcoal cloth. All right, we'll be back in a few minutes. All right, turned it around to where we can see there's the hole where you got to feed the fire. To feed the fire hole, that's where we turned it around there. Oh man, if it was nighttime, we could make skywriting, illuminated skywriting. All right, we'll be back in a few minutes. It might be almost ready. I think when the smoke starts getting thick like that, then maybe some fire will come out. I know it's already been some fire coming out of it, but I don't think it's been long enough. Alright, well I know it's been on there over 15 minutes now, and I'm hoping it's done, so I'm going to take it off of there and let it cool off for about 15-30 minutes, and then we'll check and see if we got char cloth. So we'll be back. Alright, let's take that off of there. Got a couple of sticks because I didn't grab any gloves. There we go. We'll just let that sit on the ground for a little bit and cool off. Check and see if we have char cloth. Stay tuned. We'll be back. Alright, let's check and see if we have a char cloth. Oh, look at that. I think we do. I think we do. Let's try it out and see. We'll throw a spark on it and see if it lights up. I think it works. Yo, that's hot. That is hot. Let's put it out. We don't want to burn the whole thing up. Alright, so it worked. My first time making char cloth. And I got about 9 pieces of char cloth in there. Good job. We're going to try this again. We'll get burn all this paint off of the can. Oh man, it's still going. How do you get that thing to stop? There we go. Hopefully we got it to stop now. Alright, so we made char cloth. Pretty good for the first try. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. You have a good night, good day, good evening, whatever time it is you're watching. You have a good one. Please click like and subscribe, and maybe a share or two on social media. Thank you so much. Have a good one.